I want to share one of my most unforgettable experiences. When I was working as a cashier at a convenience store in the city, it was a stormy night with strong winds and heavy rain. Few customers still came in, but it was mostly empty. There were some loiterers too, not buying anything, just waiting out the rain. When the rain finally stopped, business was slow that day because of the lack of customers. My coworker and I were constantly mopping the floor, since water was seeping into the store. We were laughing about it, joking that the shop was losing money again. My shift mate, let's call him Mike, said at least we're getting paid. I agreed, saying true, and it's pretty chill with no customers around. As we were heading back to the counter, someone suddenly pushed the door hard. It was such a forceful push that Mike and I almost got hit if we hadn't dodged in time. When we looked at the door, there was no one there. Mike and I exchanged glances. We were probably thinking the same thing, that it must have been just the wind. It was really strong that night after all. I breathed a sigh of relief when he said that. But just a few moments later, without us noticing, there was a child standing outside the door. The kid looked about 9 or 10 years old, ragged and wearing tattered clothes. You know how those street kids who sniff glue look? It was like that. The child entered the store, soaking wet from head to toe, but there was something off about the color of the child's skin. It looked like it had been submerged in water for a long time. I was about to ask the child to leave, but I felt sorry for them. I didn't try to make them leave either, so I just let it be. When the child stood in front of the ice cream freezer, I noticed something strange. The way they moved was unnatural, almost like they weren't fully in control of their body. I called out to ask if they needed help, but the child didn't respond. They just stood there, staring at the ice cream with lifeless eyes. The longer I looked, the more unsettling it became. The child's skin seemed to be getting paler, almost translucent. Suddenly, the lights flickered, and in that split second of darkness, the child vanished. Mike and I were stunned. We searched the entire store, but there was no trace of the child. It was as if they had never been there at all. To this day, I can't explain what happened that night. Was it a ghost? A hallucination? Or just a trick of the storm? Whatever it was, it left me with a chill that I can't shake off even years later. Sometimes on stormy nights, I still think about that pale, wet child standing in front of the ice cream freezer, and I wonder if they'll ever return.